Yippee-ki-yay, melon farmer.
Hey, welcome back, knife nerds and everyday care people. It's your boy, the Big Canucker, and we are going to switch gears here a little bit. We're having a look today here at this Ikea 8-inch chef's knife, stainless steel. What is it called? The 365 Plus. Now, this also comes in a whole little group. There's a three knives that are in a little package, I think for about 40 bucks or so. But this one here in Canada is $19.99. Funny enough, in the States, though, it's $24.99. Now, but before we have a look at this, we're going to have a look at a little bit of knife porn. A little bit of knife pee. And I just got to say, this is for a gentleman down south of the border. Avery, you know you want this. So just come pick it up. It's yours. You know you want it. All right. And then let's have a look at what we got coming up here on the channel coming up shortly. It was an awesome mail call yesterday. So we started off with a Skaha, one of the Skaha 2s with the original marks on it. Oh my goodness, this knife surprised me right off the bat. Here we have a tactile turned Maverick in the micarta. That's coming up on the channel. And then this. Oh my goodness, this here. Man, I ended up selling a schwack load of knives to get this. This is a DSK DBV2. DSK knives. It is a beast. Now, this one here is a full custom. I'm not going to go over all of it. I just want to kind of show you what we got coming up on the channel. Just give you a little bit of a look. And this is what I'm carrying today. I haven't carried this in such a long time. The Evo 3.0. I just felt like carrying a big chunk of steel today, and so that's what I'm carrying today in my pocket. But I just want you guys to have a look at this. This is what we got coming up on the channel. 3 gorgeous knives, and I'm just absolutely blown away by this. And they all came in at once, which was super fantastic. Here, let me put these away here. And let's get back to our knife that we're talking about here today. We're talking about this. This is the Ikea 365. Hang on, I'm going to put this CRK away here too as well, so nothing happens to it. But this Ikea knife here is, man, oh man. I was just walking through Ikea. Now, I don't have an Ikea where I live in Lethbridge. I got to go up to Calgary, and every time I stop there, every time I stop in Calgary, I stop there and I grab myself some napkins because they just got the perfect napkins. I don't know what it is about these napkins. We got a little napkin holder, and I always got 3 or 4 packs downstairs in my little pantry area there. And I just saw this, and I thought, you know what? I want to pick this up and do a little bit of review of it. I never had a whole lot of high hopes for this because it is only $19.99. I think I got it for $18.99. It's $19.99 on the website, and if you're in the good old US of A, you're at $24.99. So how about that? Take that. Yes, it's a little bit more, but I'm not sure exactly what the reason is. And this is just the packaging that it came with here. Put that away. And this here is made of, let's just see here. It is X50 CRMOV steel, or it is another name for that is 1.4116 stainless steel. Now, this is a fairly decent steel for knife making, especially like I'd say chef's knives making. Now, this let's just say though, it's got decent it's got decent edge retention, is what they're saying. I did a little bit of lookup on it. It's got great stainless abilities, and it's got fairly good toughness. So there's a lot of people who use this type of steel to make some kind of survival knives out there, because it is really easy to sharpen too. That's the other thing. And this particular one, I really am digging this. Now, I ended up taking this and kind of not put it, because I have no room in my knife block. I ended up buying a custom set of knives when I first got married for my wife and I, and it has our little Duo Fios Unos on it. As you can see here, that's 2 becomes 1 in Latin. So but I didn't know a whole lot of knives back then, and it has the exact same steel as this in this set, and this set was pretty expensive. It was about 900 bucks, and that's, 10 plus years ago. I think if I had to do it over, I think I would do a different brand. And I'm going to take those and maybe put them away for sentimental value, but they're starting to show their age, and it's just, I don't know. I'm going to look at some new knives, but this one here, surprised the hell out of both of us. I really, really have enjoyed using this knife, and I didn't expect much out of a $19 knife. Now, it is fairly thin blade stock, right at the thickest. You're probably only talking, I'm going to say like, 2 mil maybe. But that lends to it being very, very thin behind the edge. And it, even when it's a little bit dull, it has been cutting wonderfully. My wife is on I guess like all wives are, is on like some kooky kind of cleanse diet where has a yes and no list where she's eaten a smack load of vegetables. So she's making herself, I think, like 3 salads a day. So this thing here, we've been having this going for about 3 weeks now, and it's got like a lot of work put into it. Now, I've used it too as well every time I get a chance to cook, and I do cook, and I've been using it to go through meat, vegetables, nothing like, super, super tough, like anything that's, some big crazy deboning an elephant or anything like that. But I have been giving it its goes, and I have been quite impressed with it too as well. Now, I haven't sharpened it, and it is still fairly sharp after, I'm going to say 3 weeks of use, but I'd say that 3 weeks is probably a good 3 months use, because my wife has been really, really putting this knife to the paces. And just to give you an idea of the sharpness after, let's just say 3 months use, with only minimal stropping, mind you. I've stropped this knife twice on just a leather strop with compound on one side, green compound, and then a diamond compound on the other, and it brings it right back fairly good. You can see it starts to get a little bit rougher towards the end, because that's where you're doing most of your cutting here, is on the end. So it just go through that no problem, but you can see it starts to kind of hiccup towards the end, starts to tear a little bit. So it is there, you can see it again. So it is showing a little bit of wear, but it is still fairly sharp to the edge. Now, overall, I mean, it's a fairly comfortable knife. I was a little bit concerned about this edge being slippery, and it is. I mean, it's a stainless steel knife it's kind of along the lines of, like, I guess kind of a global knife, and it's got these little ridges in there, and it's not super, super grippy, but it is enough that I'm not worried about this when my hands have been wet. I haven't dropped it, and I haven't had it slip one bit. So, I mean, when it is wet, I've had no problems with it whatsoever. I also was a little concerned that maybe food would kind of get in there, but, I give the whole knife a scrub, give that a scrub, and so far there's been no real buildup in there or anything. And, the overall fit and finish and quality has been not too bad. I did look at here, you can see that there was not the kind of greatest sharpening job here at the end here. Whoever was sharpening on that day, or whatever knife they have, it was a little bit, this heel kind of got a little bit too thick, and it also kind of rounded off a little bit. I would imagine the rest of them are kind of more straight out like this. That's a little bit of a defect, but I mean, for $19, I think that it's been fairly good. Now, overall comfort has been fine. I've had good action on it. It's got a little bit of flexibility to it. So when I have kind of been stropping it, it has been kind of giving a little bit of a wiggle, but I mean, it's still thick and plenty strong enough. Now, you're not going to use this knife to kind of pry or anything like that, but so far it's been excellent for $19.99. I have been really, really, really impressed with this knife. Would I recommend it? I don't know if I would. I guess it depends on who you are. I mean, if you're a chef at a 5-star restaurant and you're using this knife like a knife like a real chef should use it, I don't know if I would do that. I would definitely, but if you're going to take an inexpensive set to go to your camper with, I would recommend this all day long. I'm also going to keep this going here in my, just in my regular rotation. My wife, it's fast becoming my wife's most favorite knife, and she doesn't have like big monster hands, which is good for me because small hands make other things look big. And and she finds it extremely, extremely comfortable. I was asking her about it this morning, and she says, I love this knife. Now, to her, this could be a $1,000 knife or it could be a $19 knife. If she likes it, she likes it. And she's got no kind of crazy eye for, oh, well, it should have this, crazy humung on the end. Yeah, she's not like that at all. My wife is not a very pretentious lady whatsoever. She likes what she likes, and she's been using it, and immediately you know, the first thing I got was the eye roll with, "Oh, you bought a new knife." And I said, "Yeah, I did. It's for my channel. It only cost 19 bucks." And that kind of calmed her down. And then she put it in her hand and she did it, worked with it. And she's like, "Oh, I really like this knife." And so far, she's really liked it all the way. And she has cut with it way more than I have. I have cut with it. I've cut meat. I've cut vegetables. I've done all sorts of things with it. And I think it's a pretty Canuck knife, especially for the price, $19.99. Now, you do see this other places. Like I've seen it on eBay for 59 bucks. And there's some kind of websites out there that I think are looking at trying to maybe take advantage of people. Even at 59 bucks, I think if your average guy grabbed this for 59 bucks and he used it for the next 6 months, I think he would be like, "Oh, wow, that's been a decent knife for 59 bucks. But don't fall for it. If you're in the States, go pick it up for $24.99, or if you're in Canada for $19.99. I think it's definitely worth it. If you're have got, you know, a set of Cutcos that has been treating you really, really well, well, and you need a knife to maybe as kind of a, you know, a beat up knife, well, buy that here too as well. But if you're first starting off and you don't have a whole lot of money, you can definitely be assured that spending 25 bucks or 20 bucks, you're going to get yourself a really excellent little, or not little, an excellent overall 8-inch chef's knife. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Please, please don't forget to hit the old subscribe button as well as the like and share. I do appreciate you guys help me spread my voice, but please, please stay safe out there. Keep your stick on the ice. The shining side up. This is the Big Canucker saying adios.